Hi everyone. Today I'm going to make biryani spicy rice with the Starfrit electric pressure cooker. I'm going to use the pressure cooker first to boil my meat so it's tender and easy to cook with later on. I'm adding a lot of ingredients in the pressure cooker, and which first it's garlic and ginger and then green chilies. All of these ingredients will give flavor to the meat later on, and the water. I also used green onions, and whole onions. And I used a lot of onions because onions make the sauce, you can say. So I used a lot of small onions, small or medium size onion, you can say. If I would have used large onion, I would use only like 2 to 3, but small onions I needed more, 4 to 6 around. I also added tomatoes. All of these ingredients will have effect in the flavor of the biryani stew. So I'm putting the pressure cooker on, and I'm putting it on beef, which it says 25 minutes on pressure cooker. It still takes time to heat up, around 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so while the pressure cooker is working on a side, I will make the biryani sauce, in one separate pan. And I will use fried onions, around 6 tablespoons, and I will warm them up and add zira, also known as cumin seeds, in it, which is around 3 to 4 tablespoons. This is just to fry them both and give flavor to the oil. After that, I will add ginger and garlic paste, which is around 2 to 3 tablespoons. When you're done frying, mix everything properly and fry for a couple of seconds more, and then you can add tomato sauce in it. So tomato sauce would also be around 4 to 6 tablespoons. That's just to give the reddish color and also a little bit of flavor in it. So here I'm using Shan Bombay Biryani masala, and I will put this in a tea strainer because I don't want the big ingredients to be inside the sauce I'm making. So after the pressure cooker has been on for 25 minutes, I am opening it and the meat looks soft and tender. I will add the meat and all the ingredients in it into my pan I was making the new sauce inside. So adding almost everything, and the remaining water inside the pressure cooker I will use for later, adding slowly while I'm cooking the meat on the stove. So I'm going to take out all the water in a separate pan and slowly add it to my masala inside the tea strainer to release the flavors of the masala I put in there. That way, everything inside that tea strainer will slowly go inside the meat and give the flavor. So continuously keeping the sauce moving so it doesn't get stuck on the pan floor is really important. Keep an eye on the thing, don't let it burn. Also, just put a little bit of the water every time you think it's about to get stuck on the pan. So adding lemon is for two reasons. One is it gives the flavor, obviously. The second thing is the meat will not get too much soft and start breaking. Lemon helps it in a way so the meat stays in a specific form. It will not break into little tiny pieces. So continuously keeping everything moving is really important. So that way you can know if it's getting burned on the bottom or not. After a couple of minutes, around 10 to 15 minutes, I will add potatoes. And this is also because me and my kids like potatoes a lot and we want it in the biryani. And the size is just because I like the size. Otherwise, you can choose smaller size and cut them in smaller portion. But this size is a bit better for us because otherwise it's going to dissolve. The potato is going to be dissolved in it too fast and break too much. So continuously using your spatula to keep everything moving. That's really important again. And now I washed my pan and I'm going to make rice in it, boil the rice in it for using it in the biryani. So I figured out for myself that if I'm using 1 glass of rice, I should add 2 glass of water. But in the electrical pressure cooker manual, it said use equal amount, which I actually realized is not for me. I needed the rice to be more soft and tender. So boiling the rice in the electric pressure cooker, on the rice boiling, I added more minutes. So the water evaporates a lot. So going back to the sauce, meat sauce, adding the stew water continuously to keep the meat from sticking on the pan floor, and also mixing my masala from Bombay Biryani masala into the sauce I'm making properly. I really don't want the big things in the biryani because my kids would not eat it if there are other things inside it. So it's a specific way I have to make the biryani. Otherwise, you can put the masala directly inside the meat sauce and you don't have to go through all of this, which I'm doing right now. So it takes around 1 hour to 2 hour, depends on the stove you're using, uh, the amount of time needed to make the biryani. But because I used the electric pressure cooker for boiling the meat, it was much faster. It would have taken me a couple of hours, but it took me around 1 hour and some minutes to complete all of this, which was actually really nice. I saved a lot of my time for other things than just cooking. So now I am putting the sauce, the meat sauce with the potatoes all the way in the bottom in a big giant pan, and then I will cover it with the boiled rice in a few minutes. This will help, the steam will get through the rice from the sauce, which will make the rice smoother. So here I'm opening my pressure cooker almost after the heat comes out. I have to take out the pressure and then put all the rice on top of the sauce. So in this video I have done two things. First, boiled my meat inside the pressure cooker and also boiled my white rice in the pressure cooker. Everything was done within a little bit more than an hour. I wouldn't say exactly 1 hour, it was a bit more than an hour, but that's what the ending looks like, and it took me less amount of time to finish my biryani. So thank you for watching my video and I hope you guys like it.